Good morning, students. So I hope all of you understood the exercise 13.1, isn't it? So where we discuss about the surface area of a cuboid and a cube. So after completing the surface area of a cube and cuboid, here we have to start another topic here, and which one is surface area of a right circular cylinder. Is it clear? So here, right circular cylinder. So before we start right circular cylinder, first of all, we have to check out what is actually cylinder. So now in general, if you see here, the cylinder, that means if you consider some 1 rupee coin, suppose, if you stake one by one coin like in this way, if you stake, suppose one coin is here, if you stake up one more coin like in this way, if you stake up like one more coin. So in this way, when we place one by one coin, so the shape we get like this type of shape we get. If you stake one by one coin here, we get this type of shape, is not it? So this one is known as cylinder here. Is it clear? So cylinder of different types of cylinders we get. Sometimes the cylinder we get like in this way also. This one is also known as cylinder. So now here we deal with only the right circular cylinder. So how can we identify which one is the right circular cylinder? So in this case, what happened? When we take a cylinder, if you see the cylinder is this one we consider here, this one is the cylinder here we consider, and in this cylinder, this one is the base. With respect to this base, if the axis is this one, suppose, and if it makes a 90-degree angle, if it creates a 90-degree angle with this axis, this one is the base, with this axis, if it creates a 90-degree angle, then it is known as right circular cylinder. So in this case, no doubt here, if you see the base is this one, the axis is here, like in this way you have to draw the axis. So in this case, you see the angle is not 90-degree here. So that's why this one is not a right circular cylinder. Right circular cylinder is this one. This line is known as axis here, and this one is the baseline. And if it creates a 90-degree angle, then it is known as what? A right circular cylinder. Okay, let's take another example. Suppose if we consider a paper here, a rectangular paper. Suppose this one is the paper here, this one is length, this one is breadth here. If we fold this paper, like in this way, in book also given this one. So if you fold this paper, then we get this type of shape, isn't it? If you fold this paper here, this side, this side. If you fold this paper, then we get this type of shape. So now you see here, this one is again a what? Right circular cylinder in this case. So with the help of this paper, easily we can find out the surface area of this right circular cylinder. Is it clear? Okay. Next here we discuss how can we find out the surface area here. For this, what you have to do, first of all, again, if we consider a rectangular sheet paper here, suppose if we consider a paper, this one is here. Is it clear? And if we fold in this way, if we fold from both sides, like in this way, then this gives us this type of diagram. If you see here properly, if we fold from both sides, then here we get this type of diagram. This from this side we fold, and from this side also, if we fold, we get this type of diagram here. So now in this case, whatever the height here, it's if this height, if we represent by h, now here if you see this one is a circle here, isn't it? And in this circle, if we consider the radius, so here the radius is, if we consider r. Now no doubt here this one is a circle. So one thing we know, in case of circle, if this one is the radius, so what is the perimeter or circumference of this circle? All of you know this one. The circumference or perimeter of this circle is what? Twice pi r, isn't it? Area pi r square, and the circumference or the perimeter, what you have to write? Twice pi r. So in this case, you see this one is the circle, so that's why here the circumference, that means the boundary of this cylinder here at the top, this one is twice pi r, isn't it? And the height is how much? H. So this one is the circumference as well as this one is the height. If we multiply these two, the circumference is this one. If we multiply this circumference with height, then we get the surface area of a cylinder. Because if you see, if this one is the length and if we consider the breadth, if anyone asks you what is the area of this rectangular sheet here, then what you have to write? Length into breadth. We have to write length into breadth. Similarly, we just fold these two, so that's why here we get the shape of this type of cylinder here. And if we consider this one is the radius, that means the circumference is here twice pi r, and this twice pi r, this type of lots of circle rings are here, isn't it? Which one is we represent by the height is h here, so that's why this height we have to multiply with this twice pi r. So ultimately from here we get the formula of a cylinder, isn't it? So that's why here curved surface area. So that's why curve. So if you see here curved surface area, if we represent this one, C means curved surface area. Curved surface area of a cylinder. So you see here curved surface area of a cylinder. So one thing you remember here, when it mentions cylinder, that means always we think about right circular cylinder. Otherwise, if it is not a right circular cylinder, it's dead there or it mentioned there. Is it clear? So if we write when cylinder, that means it is only what? Right circular cylinder. So curved surface area of a cylinder formula we have to write. The circumference is what here? Twice pi r, and the height is what? H. So that's why the formula here we have to write twice pi r h. Is it clear? So this one is the formula. So curved surface area of a right circular cylinder, or simply we write curved surface area of a cylinder is what? Twice pi r h. Twice pi r is the circumference and h is the height. Is it clear? I hope all of you understood this one. Very important formula. This formula is very important. So curved surface area of a cylinder equal to what? Twice pi r h. Okay. So after curved surface area of a cylinder formula, here we get which one is twice pi r h. Now next one is another one, very important one. Here again, if we consider a cylinder, first of all, if you see again, if we consider a cylinder, which one is the right circular cylinder we consider. So now in this case, you see this one is the right circular cylinder, here we consider, and the surface area of this right circular cylinder, already we know the formula is what? Twice pi r h. So next one is, if we close the top and the bottom part, because here the top and the bottom are open, totally open, a hollow cylinder this one is. So in this case, if we close both top and the bottom, so if we close top and the bottom like in this way, you see here the top part we close by this type of one circle. Here again, if we close this one by this one is another circle here. Clear? So if we close both the top and the bottom one, so if we close both top and the bottom one here by this type of one circle, if we imagine a drum, the top and the bottom both are look like as what? Circle. So this one is a circle, this one is a circle. If we close both the part, so that means we need the area of this circle, isn't it? As well as here also we need the area of this circle. So what is the area of this circle? So that means the formula is pi r square if the radius is r, as well as the area of this circle is also what? Pi r square. This one is also pi r square. And what is the circumference, or what is the surface area of this hollow cylinder? This part, this one is what? Twice pi r h. Already we find out twice pi r h. That means when anyone asks you find out the total surface area, you see the difference between curved surface area, that means top and the bottom are open, and if anyone asks you to find out the total surface area, that means top and the bottom are closed. So total surface area of a cylinder. So if we write this one, the total surface area of a cylinder, so in this case what you have to write? So the top part is pi r square plus 2 pi r h plus pi r square. This one we have to write. So pi r square, so plus 2 pi r h plus pi r square. Is it clear? So this one is the total surface area of a cylinder. Top and bottom both are closed in this case. So if you calculate this one, pi r square plus pi r square, how much? 2 pi r square. So that's why we write this one is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. So if you simplify this one, or what we take common from here, 2 pi r is common. So if you take 2 pi r common, that means here 2 pi r. If you take common, then here remain r plus h. So this one is the formula of what? Total surface area. Is it clear? So this one is the formula of a total surface area. So the difference between curved surface area and total surface area is what? In curved surface area, the top and the bottom part totally open, that means hollow cylinder. So in this case, the formula is twice pi rh, and if we close both the part, then it is known as total surface area. In exam, the questions are given like in this way, in different questions. Suppose top part is open and the bottom part is closed, then here we have to add only 1 pi r square. If both are open, then obviously curved surface area. If both are closed, then we have to apply the total surface area formula. So this one is the formula of a curved surface area as well as total surface area. Is it clear? Okay, so now here if we consider a cylinder, suppose the cylinder is this one, here we consider this one is the cylinder, and in this cylinder height is given, suppose the height is given 4 centimeter. Is it clear? As well as here the radius is given, suppose the radius is given 2 centimeter. For example, radius given 2 centimeter as well as the height is given 4 centimeter. So if anyone asks you, find out the curved surface area of this cylinder. So curved surface area of this cylinder we have to find out. So no doubt this one is a cylinder. So the formula of curved surface area of a cylinder is what? 2 pi r h. Isn't it? So in this case, the height is given how much? 4 centimeter, as well as the radius is given how much? 2 centimeter. Just what we have to do, in place of this r and h, we have to put these two value, and 2 into pi means what? 22 by 7 we can put, isn't it? Into r means what? 2 centimeter we put here, into height means what? 4 centimeter we have to put. And if you calculate this one, then we get a answer here, and which one is the curved surface area of this cylinder. Is it clear? Very simple question. This type of questions are we have to discuss in our next exercise. So I hope all of you understood the formula of a curved surface area as well as total surface area of a cylinder, isn't it? So in our next class, we start our exercise number 13.2. Okay, thank you.